While we've grown a wheat mini bong, I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream, and then some, because we always talk about more than that after we talk about the news. There is a pretty big announcement coming up when we get around to the news. It's channel related. Those of you who are currently channel members, if you took a gander at the community tab, you've already seen what it is, and for those of you eagle-eyed viewers, you might see it right down here. We'll see it even better in the future, but let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat. We've got Ironhide, Super VH, Joseph Trujillo, Rafcor, Jack, Damon Swinky, Mr. Steeler, Grant Galvatron, Curtis Richardson, Gen 1 Red Alert, thank you for being a channel member. And William Edward Hackman was here earlier. He might still be here. I know he usually attends. Ditto also here. Welcome. Thank you to everybody. And yes, indeed, I have lost a fair amount of weight over the last few months. Thank you for noticing. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and get to the news. Where's the title? Oh, because we're going to the announcement. Yes, there is. This is the big news for the channel. I finally got a real logo, so it's not just my face. Don't worry, I'm leaving my face up as my YouTube profile picture because that's how you guys know me, and I think it makes it more personal. But there is the logo that we'll be seeing in the banner and plenty of other places around the interwebs. So yeah, I like it a lot. I actually went through and did a little design contest, and there was a whole bunch of entries, a lot of really good ones. But this is kind of the one I like because it's relatively simple and kind of looks like a faction logo, but it's not exactly a faction logo. And if you look really close, there's an E and an H there in the little symbol there. So yeah, well done to the designer of this, and I couldn't be happier. And some of you guys have been asking for this. There's a merch store open. You might have seen the link in the description. I've had it down there since I put up the video. But yeah, there you go. Over there, you can now go and get yourself some merch with the new logo on there. I've got it where it's just the logo, some with the logo and the name. I've got some on my way to me. It just that was just up a couple days ago, so it hasn't quite got here yet. Otherwise, I'd be rocking it. So yeah, head on over there. Channel members, look in the community tab. There's a special code to save you some money if you pick up some of this stuff. And yeah, I may put up a few more things too. I mean, if you guys are looking for something that you don't see, find me on Discord. Let me know, and maybe I can make it happen. I just picked a few things that might be helpful, might be appealing to everybody. Stuff that I like. And so anyway, so there you go. And if you're not a creator, I mean, if you're not a member already, you can join for as little as 99 cents a month, and you can go and get that code and save yourself 10% if you're going to go buy some merch. But it's not required, but it certainly is appreciated. So there we go. That's the promotional aspect of the thing, the sponsorship. I guess I sponsored myself in this video. So this weekend's event is called Rust Never Sleeps. By the way, hello to Kato, who's driving and listening. We do appreciate you checking in here for tonight's stream. Yeah, Rust Never Sleeps. This is an individual event. It's pretty much the standard prize list for the individual events. 5 of the 500,000 Troop XP, 20 million Energon and Alloy, 30,000 Premium Shards, 7,500 3-star shards, 2,500 4-star shards, a War for Cybertron skin core. Some people must be running out of those already, or getting close. I know I am. And 200,000 Spark. Like I said, it's individual. It's a totalizer, means it's one big prize list. Starts at the usual Friday start time, ends at the usual Monday stop time, and Super XP throughout the event. You got to be headquarters level 4, but since it's individual event, you don't have to be in an alliance. You hit that yellow event button, pick your zone, win the battle, collect the points, and collect your prizes. Event battle zones are the standard battle zones, and here is a list of all of the prizes, which you will be seeing shortly in the game, starting basically tomorrow morning. So you'll be able to scroll through it. The next bit of news is that the new Cyber Pass is out. I actually just saw it in the game a little bit ago. So you'll see the new skins for this saga is G2 Rook and G2 Vortex. So there they go. They're looking pretty nice. Vortex, of course, does have a precedent because Vortex has been around a while and they did exist in G2. Rook is new to Combiner Wars, so he wasn't around in G2. So they may have, taken inspiration from some other characters for that, or maybe they just said, hey, this would fit in with the G2 Protect the Bots. If you're ever not sure, head over to the lore channel in the Discord. PBChew always does a really good job of keeping you up to stream or keeping you up to speed on those types of topics. So there you go. Those are your Cyber Pass skins for the saga. The next bit of news is kind of a new thing to the game. It's legacy badges. These are not 5-star badges. It's basically, they said, here, I'll use their words, to take 5 random yeah, I'm sure it's random. Underplayed bots, and they make them better. So, one of the first batches we've done, it's the first batch. Feedback is key to deciding if we'll do another. And the way you give the feedback, head over to the official Transformers Earth Wars Discord. The link, I believe, is in the newsletter. If not, the link to my Discord is in the description. Head on over there and we can point you in the right direction. So first up, finally, they're reworking Nose Cone and Drill Horn. And that along with that, they're bringing out the 5-star. I told you when they came out with the 5-star, they were going to rework him. But no, you guys didn't want to vote for him, even though I kept been campaigning for them. Vote for Nose Cone, vote for Drill Horn for the last 3 or 4 batches. Nobody wanted to vote for him, but that's fine. We're getting him anyway. I knew we would. So it's basically a complete rework. So here's the deal. 5-star Nose Cone will have more reflection, more health and damage, and more range, similar to pipes. He'll also be able to execute any HQ-18 walls he collides with no wall buster core needed. And it says the 4-star will need a wall buster to do this, but I believe I saw in the Discord that they said the 4-star will be able to take out the HQ-18 walls without the wall buster. So, let's see, Nose Cone and Drill Horn will also get a G1 core, which will further increase the survivability. And the ability will be to slowly transform and reflect damage along the way. Slowly plow into the desired area, smashing walls along the way. And, you know, I'm not sure if I've even got it on my test account, because I don't go on there very often. I can take a look. They're not coming out this week. I think it's next week. So, and here's a look at a maxed out 5-star Nose Cone. If you want to take a look at that. And yeah, before we move off of that, Prime and Duncan is saying the official Earth Wars Discord has added verification, which is correct. I saw that earlier. There is a verified channel that you have to go to. You enter /verify. When I was in there earlier, I was seeing a lot of people typing verify without the slash. You got to hit that slash first, and then type /verify. That's how you work commands in Discord. So you go ahead and do that, and then it'll ask you to enter your email, and you do that, and they'll send you an email. You click the link in there, and then you're good to go. So, but that's in the official Earth Wars Discord. So, let's see. All right, let's move on. Grimlock and Razorclaw is the next bot in the Legacy Batch 1. They are being moved from Special Class to Warrior Class, and what that basically does is it opens up the different types of power cores that are available to these guys. That's one of I think that's a long overdue change. I think there's other bots that kind of fit in that category that should probably end up getting moved out of Special. There's way too many Special bots. Skyburst and Onslaught come to mind. They should be gunners instead of specials. But moving on, they might be in Legacy Batch 2. So first of all, these guys are going to have a shield when they charge with the ability, and the damage has been adjusted to be more in line with other warriors, but they'll still pack a punch because the health has been increased and will survive longer. And they said they've got these two characters have a brilliant lore and they're important to the franchise, but that's never been really reflected in the game. So they want them to be at the forefront of the battle. Basically, after the initial few months or year of the game, nobody's really using them. And they wanted to get them used again. Because I remember when we first started the game way back 6 some odd years ago, everybody's like, "Yeah, get Grimlock." All right, I got Grimlock, and then you get them, and you're like, "Yeah, there's better bots, but still, it's Grimlock. Grimlock's cool. You want to use Grimlock, right? Or Razorclaw." And so there's a picture of Grimlock with his new maxed abilities. And next up, Grimlock's buddy Slash. and Ripper Snapper. So there's still going to be a special class, and I think that's appropriate. The range increase on the ability, and the cost is now, the special ability cost goes down a point. It's 6 for the initial one instead of 7, but still +2 for every additional use. And they say Slash Ripper Snapper have always been bots that we've loved seeing on your teams, but over the past few years they've been further and further away. We hope the recent addition of the G1 core plus the changes on top, you'll have a little bit more fun with them and go use them. So we'll see. And there's a nice screenshot of a maxed out Slash. Next up, Trailbreaker and Exhaust. They've increased the radius of their ability. So, you know, they do the force field, but it's always kind of been kind of close in. They've expanded the radius of that force field is what they're doing. They say they've come under the radar because over the years your squads have become bigger. For example, when you start upgrading the shuttle, I think you start off with, 3 bots, then you can go to 4, up to maximum we could have now is 8. Even though those squads are getting bigger, the radius stays the same. So they decided to go ahead and make it bigger. The looks can be deceiving with these two pictures because even though on screen the two force fields look about the same size, the new one is zoomed farther out. But if you can kind of see where Trailbreaker is in the center of it, you can see that the new one on the right hand side. It's weird in the camera. It's opposite of what I'm doing. It's not a mirror, so it messes things up. It's on the right hand side. The one under me. That's the new one, and you can see that one does extend out farther from Trailbreaker than the original one. And there was one more bot, Huffer and Lockdown, but they had no details on that, so I didn't make him a slide. But Huffer and Lockdown are going to be coming to check next week for their updates. And next bit of news, we already talked about a new store, right? The merch store? Shameless plug. Just kidding. This is a different thing. Apparently, tomorrow, meaning today, so because the newsletter came out yesterday, so today, they're launching an external store available to Canadian players, and they said they'd send an email if you got in Canada. So if any of you guys out there are in Canada and you've seen this store, let us know. Fill us in. Because what they're saying is purely for testing purposes, but you'll be able to purchase the best game bundles, including character, fuel cell, and cybercoin bundles with added value compared to in-game, thereby providing the best value ever. And if we don't have any Canadians out there to help fill us in, that's fine, because they said more is coming very shortly. And I'm sure if it works, if it all works out well, they'll certainly expand it to other countries, I'm sure. And that brings us to the community corner. And there we go. So first up, we've got Alien Frog, who is sharing pictures of vehicles. This is Rodimus Prime and Motormaster, both of them Commander class, and it looks like they're facing off, playing that King of the Road game that Motormaster lost terribly to Optimus Prime in that one episode. And Alien Frog also did some custom work on Menasor. I was going for a silver weathering effect and just added some detail. Still more wants to add, including blue for the lightning effect and maybe red for extra detail. So gives him he is awfully black, to be honest. But so adding the extra details, I think it looks really great. Personally, I ended up doing the toy hacks. I got the toy hack sets for all of these guys. I got, each one of them had a different set. All 5 of the bots, including Motormaster, and then there was an extra set just for Menasor for the trailer, and I got all those sets. So my Menasor is fully haxed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we got Razorquake doesn't appear to be around, so we got Super VH helping out, and also Mercenary Terror. Thank you guys for picking up the slack. All right. So next up, we've got some more Zap bots from Ironhide over here. These are the Target Masters and their guns. We've got Confederate and Long. So he is a tank, and there is his gun. Confederate does what needs to get the job done. Even better if it destroys everything in sight. Next up, we've got Countdown and Halt. So nice little sedan. And there is his gun. Kind of a shockwave looking gun, to be honest. But yeah, pretty cool. Now we have Dustbreaker and Windwinder. Windwinder? Windwinder, I'm sure. So there we go. Nice job. He's even holding his Target Master partner. Very cool. Ever Ready and Point. And the other ones are probably holding their guns too, or I just missed it, but he's got him on, he's shoulder mounted on this one. Very cool. Teleport and the Screw. Oh, that's the Tesla Cybertruck. Elon's going to be coming after you for that one. There we go. Upper and Double. Nice looking jet mode there. And this dude's apparently a fan of Godzilla. Very cool. Very nice. Ironhide says he can come after me. Teleport can squash him. Well, thank you as always for sharing your creations. And Alien Frog is back to show us a little bit more work on that Menasor. So we got some work on, this is the Wild Rider leg, and this is the Breakdown leg. You're doing a good job there. And here's a little bit better look at the Menasor chest. Lots of nice little details you got in there, and then he's got, you took that front part of the chest off, and now you've got it back on. Yeah, it's coming along, man. Looking real good. Oh, we've got some extra work on drag strip over here. So what do we do? Add a little bit of extra red. Is that gold paint? I think that was there, or maybe you added a little bit more. It looks like you're giving him some, dirtied him up a little bit of blue stripes. Yeah. Nice. There we go. There's a bot mode. Oh, got a little blurry image there on his head. Oh, so we got some dead end. He's getting a little work done too. Looks like he gave him that little trim around the bottom. Nice. Get some extra work along the back. He's got some rub marks, some battle damage there on his door, and a little bit of extra detail on his bot mode. Nice. Robert C4 coming in. Got Leo Zach to special ability 10. Not afraid to bring his 4-star to special ability 11. Yeah, because we just got 5 stars released of Leo Zach and Scattershot, didn't we? I think they're out there in the latest 5-star batch. Also, got a Weird Wolf, or as he was known in Titan's Return, Wolfwire. Interestingly, when they re-released him in those G1 style boxes, they did give him the Weird Wolf name, and Skullcruncher got the Skullcruncher name instead of Skull Smasher, so it's interesting. But love the figure, and now Rampage has a friend. I will say I agree. Weird Wolf, aka Wolf Wire, aka whatever you want to call him, is actually one of the cooler Titans Return figures. He's got to be careful. The hinge for his head that flips back. You may have seen it. They have a tendency to break a little bit because they're a little bit thin. Mine hasn't done that yet. Of course, I've only transformed him once or twice, and now he's living in a bin. So, I still crack up that you've got Rampage holding the sword in his mouth, and he's slicing people with it. Oh, look, they're howling at the moon. If tigers could howl, I guess. And yeah, that looks like that's going to do it for the community corner. Thank you to everybody for your submissions, and we will check in next week. I should be able to stream next week, so we'll go ahead and put something up, but it might have to be delayed. But we'll still go ahead and I'll go ahead and put up a community corner for next week anyway, because I'm willing to try to stream next week if we can. Because the following week is Thanksgiving, and there will definitely be no stream in 2 weeks. So I'm gonna try to make it happen next week. Also, I don't talk about this nearly enough. Those of you guys in the Discord know this. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, head on over. The link is on the screen. There's also a link for you to click in the description. Come on over, join up, and there are some giveaways. There's a giveaway channel. All you got to do is go over there and click the little celebrate emoji, and you're entered. And you could win a code to win any of these premium shards or any of the sparks. Up to 10,000. It can be anywhere from like 1,000, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10. So, yeah, come on over there, join us, hang out, chat, or just click the giveaways link once a week when I remember to put it up. Yeah, I did remember. If you haven't been there, I put it up right before the stream, but I forgot again yesterday. So it's live today. You can find me on YouTube. You guys watching live already did find me on YouTube. And you can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook for infrequent behind-the-scenes content, although I'm trying to be more frequent. And this gets us to the point where I thank all of our channel members for your support. Once again, go check the community tab if you're interested in merch, because there is a code that will get you 10% off of your entire order. And also thank you to all of the moderators who help out in Discord and here during the stream. And with that, we're done with the news. But there's something else we usually do with the game. What's that? Ah, yes. We're going to go crack some crystals. But before we do that, there's a bot that's just finished researching. I believe this is Skids? Nope, it's Shrapnel. I'm sorry, Scrapnel. Skid still has a little bit of time to go. That's my new 5-star Skids. So I think he's at level 40 right now, going researching. And yeah, so next up we've got some crystals. We've got 50 premiums. We've got some power cores. XP boost. These are. I did finish the. Even though I was way behind going into the last weekend, I did manage to finish the. Whatchamacallit, the Cyber Pass. And these are the skids here. Alpha Trion. And Starscream, the ghosts. And then we've also got a couple more power cores. Ray boosters is nice, except I don't. All of my medics are pretty good, and either they have a really good G1 core, or I've got other reboosters. I don't think I really need any more, unless they put out a new medic. I suppose once Rekgar. So once Rekgar shows up, he'll be able to get that, unless I get his G1. You never know. I'm definitely not buying many bundles lately. Just honestly, I can't afford it, and so I'm not getting as many opportunities to get like the G1 cores as I did. But that's fine. It's all good. Now the Alliance did manage to secure the 3-star blue streak last week, and there he is. Yes, sir. And now we get to go ahead and click on that ×10 and begin the Dupe City. There's Tigerhawk, by the way. That new Tigerhawk figure that's coming in Legacy United looks amazing. And I will definitely be getting that. Would have been nice to have when he came into the game, because, you know, I like comparing it with the toys, but it's alright. And there's Sunstreaker. Got a couple more 3-star bots. Not only is it a dupe city, it's been a very uneventful dupe city. Mostly 2 stars as usual. I haven't seen a 4-star dupe yet. Best we're getting is a couple of 3 stars. What do we got here? Pyromagna leads the charge with the same, just 2 pair of 3 stars there. And that is the end of the crystals, although did we get up any more? We have a 4-star crystal. Let's go ahead and go crack that. And 3, 2, 1. It is a duplicate Cosmos. Yeah, I don't think we talked about it yet, because even though it came up on the official stream, which I honestly I can't seem to find the time to watch lately, but I did see you guys talking about it in the Discord and, you know, various other places. The Ark and Nemesis will be coming as Titans to the game, so maybe it's time to start stockpiling 3 and 4-star shards, because I know I'm not going to get them from the event. But at the same time, I never use Fort Max. Because Metroplex is such a higher level, Fort Max is never going to catch up to Metroplex. So maybe I should just keep cracking the crystals and trying to get some of those bots. I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. But yeah, so there you go. That is the end of the Earth Wars content. Unless you guys have any questions that we could talk about, you know, as always, the questions are open. As long as we're on, you can throw out a question. If I don't answer you right away, it's probably because I'm talking about something else at the moment, and I'll try to get to you, you know? So, yeah, Prime and Duncan says they stream about lunchtime in the Eastern. Yes, exactly. You know, a few years ago, I was available at that time where I could watch them, but the last few years, I've had meetings and just other jobs or whatever. I could because I like to take my lunchtime and go watch, but I have to do my lunchtime earlier because I've got meetings during that time, so I can't ever watch it live unless the meeting happens to get canceled, which it doesn't usually. So, but that's okay. Oh, let's see. What's 1 + 1? That is, 4. Yeah. So... Go through the Discord channel and explain what each section is for. Oh, there's a lot there. Should be relatively self-explanatory, but I don't think we're really set up. I've got it mostly focused on, yeah, because see, I've got it focused there on the content, not so much on the side on the channel and stuff like that. Maybe in the future I'll consider it, but not today, I don't think. So, will the reworked 5 stars that are in old batches still be there even though they're in the new legacy batch? So, 2 chances for the 5 stars. Well, if you're seeing them in the legacy batch, is, as far as I understand it, it's not actually like a batch that you can pull. It's just, this is a group of 5. This is a group of bots that we're going to go update right now. And if you have them, you get the updates. Sometimes nose cone, you're going to get a 5-star randomly out of nowhere. Actually, I believe what it is there's an individual event coming. It might be next week. I think it's next week. There's an individual endurance event. So like something like 70,000 points. If you can score 70,000 points by yourself, you can earn yourself a 5-star nose cone. And I believe there's a 4-star nose cone up for grabs if you haven't got them yet. So that's how nose cone is going to end up being released. So there hasn't been many bots released with individual events. One of the first ones I recall way back when was RC. It was like a individual prestige event. I only made it through like 8 prestiges, and I pulled the 4-star RC on like the 7th crystal I got from that, and that was my first 4-star. So, yeah. But other than that, I don't think it means that you're getting. It's not a batch, like a 5-star batch that with a crystal, I think is the answer there. How do you easily get 3 and 4-star crystals? Did you see the prize list for the event? 7,500 3-star shards. That's good enough for 3, almost 4 3-star crystals. 2,500 4-star shards. That's good enough for a full 4-star crystal. Play the event. Doesn't cost you anything, just accept time. Go out there, play the event, score 10,000 points. You'll have everything on that list. You will have earned a 4-star crystal, 3 3-star crystals, and most of the way to a 4th one. 30 premium crystals. Chances are good that you'll get enough 3-star shards that you can go ahead and finish off that 4th 3-star crystal. That's how you get them easy. Play the events. If you go back to my tips video, which I did years ago, yes, I know it's due for an update, but almost all of that stuff, if not all of it, still applies. The number 1 tip is play the game. I'm pretty sure one of the tips is play every event. Get the prizes. They're giving them to you for free. All you got to do is play the game. If you don't like playing the game, what are you even playing the game for? So yeah, there you go. Why does Transformers Earth Wars have 2 Wild Riders? The one with the smoke screen and now Blue Streak? They don't. One is Breakneck, the other one is Wild Rider. I know what you're saying, but that's the way you gotta do. That's the way you gotta go. One of them is Breakneck, one of them is Wild Rider. And you know what? If you want to think of them as two versions of Wild Rider, that's fine. We've got what? 3 Jetfires, 3 Starscreams, a couple of Skywarps, 3 or 4 Optimus Primes and counting, 3 or 4 Megatrons and counting. Why not 2 Wild Riders? We got 2 breakdowns. So Mercenary Terror was first 4-star was Cyclonus. It was so painful. Yeah, see, the thing with RC was it was so early in the game, nobody'd really figured it out yet. So I'm just like, yeah, cool, 4-star bot. And but yeah, it was RC, and it wasn't. I mean, she's a strong tank. She continues to be a strong tank. But the ability has improved over the years. It was not anything to write home about back in the beginning. But yeah, you know, sorry about the Cyclonus. It wasn't clear in the newsletter. Yeah, that's true. It wasn't, and honestly, that's my guess. That's my interpretation. I don't know for sure, but that's my feeling is that it's you know it's just they're calling them a batch for some reason, and just that okay, these are the 5 we're focusing on to do updates right now. And then you know in a couple months or whatever time frame they want to do, they're gonna focus on another 5, something like that. So. The game can get a bit monotonous at times. Yeah, I definitely get that. Most powerful bot in Earth Wars? You know, I don't know which one would be the most powerful overall, but I could tell you my most powerful is the 5-star Elite 1. Sentius, Magnus, Star Saber are pretty close. Let's go sort on power. So there you go. There's my most powerful bots in the game. And you talk about like monotonous. If we go look at the Cyber Pass here. The one that always is the hardest for me is win 400 battles. But so I'm always usually running low on getting the 400 battles done, and it's tough because it is worth 250. But I mean it's way harder to get than any other 250 point quests. But you know that's what it is. But again, all battles count. It doesn't matter if it's PvP, doesn't matter if it's elimination mode, doesn't matter if it's event, doesn't matter if it's normal, hard, easy, it all counts. So now if you look at these, here's a little bit of advice on doing the Cyber Pass. Easiest ones to hit are the ones that say normal PvP. Always make sure you're in normal PvP. At least 3 warriors. What I do there is I just go to the elimination mode squad slot, because that one is constantly changing. It's not set. So I'll just go in there, pick 3 warriors, and then just pick any other random bots to fill it out if I need to. Sometimes I'll just throw a combiner down and just run the 3 warriors. When that's done, swap out with the other next three warriors, boom, run it. Swap out the next 3 warriors, boom, run it. And that'll help you work towards your PvP battles. PvP with alt faction, it should be easy enough. 400 battles. Honestly, if I'm done with everything, if I'm not working towards any other quests, and I just need to get battles done, I go in and I just take my squad. I pick 2 zones down from recommended, and then I just hold the fast forward button. If you want to see what I'm talking about, we'll go ahead and do that right now. So, if I just need to get some battles done, I just go in.
Autobots, roll out.
What's this? We're actually doing some gameplay? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's burn some fuel cells. Okay, this one is different. This is my power leveling squad. This is my Elita, 5-star Star Saber, and I've got Wreck-Gar going along, trying to get a little bit of a bonus here. So this one usually goes pretty good. Zone 13. Elita could probably handle it by herself usually.
Reap the world.
The only one I've lost recently is because they had all 4 outposts and an active combiner outpost right up by the headquarters. So, there we go. We'll bring Star Saber there for good measure. One more stomp from Elita, and that should do it. Gameplay? Yeah, I got my joke in before you did, so that's called like preempting the heckling. Heckle yourself before the hecklers can do it. All right, so here's what I do if I just need to get some
Roll out.
need to get some battles done. Okay, so I've already got my squad loaded up. I hit battle, and so 14 is my recommended battle zone. I'm going to hit 12. Now, notice it's easy, so I'm not going to get credit for anything that requires normal PvP battles or anything like that. But see here, I just drop them,
Roll out. Roll out.
and then I hold the fast forward button. I don't even look at the screen. I just don't turn off the power cords and don't do anything. So I'll glance down at the screen, usually make sure I'm not actually losing, but there you go. Just 2 zones down, you drop it, fast forward it, boom. There's a battle towards your 400. Again, if you're trying to do the other quests that require normal PvP, doing this isn't going to work because that was the easy. But I do have some squads.
Roll out.
Like, I believe this is one where the recommended zone is zone 15. So if I drop 2 and go to zone 13, that is normal. It should still work. Oktar, welcome. So this is the one where I do actually kind of pay attention to what's going on the screen, but still, I will just fast forward it. And all I'm doing is looking at the health of the bots. So Swoop's in trouble, Grimlock's in trouble, but they survived and it's done. Zone 13, just fast forward straight through. No abilities, no nothing.
Well.
So there you go. That's how I burn fuel cells fast and get the battle count up if I'm running behind. And if you got a strong squad like that, 2 zones down is a normal battle, so it's actually going to count towards some of the other things. So. Is Grimlock the Cybertronian Gordon Ramsay? He keeps saying raw. Oh my goodness.
Autobots, roll out.
You know, let's actually have a little bit of fun here. I want to run Ruination. Oh. Wait, oh my goodness, I don't, where's all my, or 13? Means that I must have used them all and not actually collected them. That almost never happens.
Autobots, roll out.
Alright, so we got these guys, we'll go get Ruination, because this guy's crazy. The 3-star, I don't even remember what ability he's at. I mean, what level he's at. 15 maybe? But yeah. Don't forget about Ripper Snapper's weird shriek. Yes, the Ripper Snapper's metallic shriek is kind of crazy. Oh, okay, this might be a little tough. Those are some strong defenses, but
Now,
hey, we're gonna go for it.
Reap the whirlwind.
Got a Titan and a Combiner. Bring it. Okay, so he can get that. We're going to send that over there. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and send Ruination in here. Yeah, he'll probably clean up the rest of this. Unless he gets delayed by the outpost bots. Oh no, Scourge is there. Oh, let's not forget Metroplex can come in here and help out. Stay focused on the headquarters. There we go. See, there you go. Love Strafe's. Jack says, I love Strafe's ability, extremely OP. It is really cool. I like the fact that he focuses on the defenses. You know, like Sentius Magnus and even Rotor Storm, Sentius Malice and Spinister, they've hit whatever building. Strafe and Thrust, I think it is, they focus defenses only. And which is, I think, a little bit better version of those other guys.
Autobots, roll out.
Major problem is when he has to land. Yeah, because he's usually in the thick of it, and so he can sometimes die really quick. He's also in the air a lot, so if you've got laser turrets there which focus on the air, he can take a significant amount of damage before... He can take a significant amount of damage just in the air in one use of his ability. Oh, we've got a Triptychon on this base.
Deploy now. Reap the whirlwind.
Alright, so let's drop these guys, and you know what? Let's send Ruination in first. See how he can do, but you know, how much he can clear it out by himself. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead up to, we'll zoom over to this one. Then we'll drop this ability over here, little wave thing. Then we'll rush up here to the headquarters. Got a lot of stuff on him right now. Not anymore. Boom! Zone 14 with the 3-star Ruination. You're not gonna do it with every base. This one worked out. Like if those shock towers were right there, they'd have been hitting me a little bit more. But then again, some of those abilities that I did would have probably cleared them out too. What are you guys talking about? Don't listen to Waza? No, he has different goals. You know, those guys, him and the people who talk about the meta, they've got a little bit different goals than like for something like I do. Okay, level 14 Ruination, 3-star. They're like super high level, and they're, you know, so they are really concerned about every last little detail of the game and stuff like that. So for their purposes, some bots really are going to be not ideal, and they're not going to want to work for them. If you're not playing at that super high level, that advice may or may not apply to you. You know, some of the bots that they say that are not good might actually work out. Like top level players tend to not use air raid or slipstream a lot, but when you're coming up, air raid and slipstream can actually be pretty powerful bots. If you got them paired with the right bot that can one-shot a target, they can do a big swath of damage. I mean, so you have to kind of just think about what are your goals, and you know, what are you going for. Same thing. Don't listen to me. Just because I say I like using a bot doesn't mean you might like it. If you don't like it, then don't use it. Or if you like some other bot, that's fine. Clearly, nobody listened to me when I said go vote for Nosecone. So that's okay. I'm fine with that. It happened anyway. He's getting a buff. Oh.
Roll out! Attack!
The whole vote for Nosecone thing was basically a meme anyway. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and just drop Ruination.
The whirlwind!
Prime and Duncan says Air Raid is a pretty good Prime League bot. Okay, well, you know what? He was not on anybody's list to do anything for a long time, so clearly opinions have just shifted. Yeah, anytime they make changes to the game, you know, people's opinions on bots and tactics and all that, you know, have to shift too. And I guess the opinion on air raid has shifted. There's also different attack styles like walk and sack. Yeah, and you know, I do them, but I don't even think, oh, this is a sack attack, this is a walk attack. But I mean, hey, you know, it's great that there's people out there talking about all that stuff and not really knowledgeable about all that stuff. That's great. That's great. You know, the more the merrier. I'm just not interested in it. So, but you guys know that. I just like to have a mix of bots, and honestly, trying to keep a squad together in these days of the dispatch missions, which are constantly pulling people off your squads, I almost just gave up. I've got squads a certain way. They pull somebody off. Okay, fine. I'll just who's the next one? Okay, fine. You know. I hear you, Slash. Oh, what the heck? Let's give Zone 15 a run. I'm sure this one is going to require a combination of bots and combining. Alright, let's see. Where can we send Warpath? This would be a good line. And we'll hit that line again. We'll send Blades over here. Yeah, that was a really good line for Warpath. Okay, Rhinox, head over this way. And you know what? Go up here. SG Jetfire, go get that. We may not need Ruination. Alright. A rare Zone 15 match and victory to boot. And the same lousy resources. Slightly less lousy than usual. Most of the time, that must have been on the easier end of Zone 15. Most of the times when I go into Zone 15s, it doesn't work out well for me.
Roll out.
All right, this squad should be recommended Zone 15 again. Let's try it back to back. Damon Suki says, only use my alt faction for dispatch missions so you don't have to worry about main faction not being taken. Now there's an idea. It does limit how many resources you get, and you're not going to upgrade your main faction. But at least it keeps everybody available to use in battles. So yeah, that's a good tip. All right, let's see what are we gonna do here. I think we start off.
Deploy.
Let's get Elita 1 to stomp in here a little bit. And we'll stomp one more time. Left foot one stomp. Right foot one. No, that's not it. Yeah, go over this way. See, this is a sacrifice battle, which is what Alita usually does. I bounce her around. She sacrifices herself. You know what? Let's drop Ruination.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
Alita rarely survives when I run this squad. Yeah, we're gonna go hit that spot up there. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go take care of this MDS. That's just gonna sit over there and take mess up all my bots. Okay, here we go. Get back over to the headquarters. We're gonna pop these other. He's not gonna finish. I don't know. He's got pretty good health. He might. He did. There you go. Call Ruination the janitor because he cleans up. I don't know. I don't know. Robert C4 saying, one day I'll have a Legends exclusive collection. Third-party companies are starting to get creative. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to... I really need to cut down on the figures that I get, but I can't... New Age just comes out with such great stuff. I actually have Wheeljack, I think, on his way to me. But I ordered it from Show Z, my buddies Deluxe and Kato. They constantly, and Larkin, they're constantly talking about Show Z and various other sites. Get it because you can get like New Age for way cheaper than you can get for other. And I finally decided to jump in on it. Plus, they got them in before the others, so it was free shipping, but it does take like 3 weeks to get here because of where they're shipping from. That's okay. I can wait. So yeah, Wheeljack from New Age should be coming here. Another benefit about Wheeljack is he comes with a second piece for Autobot X. I've already got the first piece that came with Hound.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
Oh, let's see. Oh, that's right. We got Monkey Prime in here. Send everybody to focus on Six Gun. Where is Top Spin? Oh, we've got that. Ultra Magnus. Go deal with that. All right. Sea Spray is pretty good too. Where's Drift? Get over there. Oh, and you know what? While you're all doing that, how about we go ahead and drop Ruination too? Let's send in the janitor. Talking about wanting to get the Starscream from Mechanic Skull. You think that's another Doctor Wu name? Oh yeah, the Doctor Wu's got like 8 different names. Mech Fans Toys, Mechanic Studios. There you go. Good job, janitor. Mercenary Terror says, got the Legacy Shattered Glass Action Master Slicer and Exosuit and have not stopped playing with it. The Wheeljack with the blues and reds, blacks and golds. It's so beautiful. That's awesome. It does look good. I had to kind of stay away from most of the Shattered Glass stuff just because I had to cut back somewhere, and that's where I ended up cutting back. I didn't skip all of Shattered Glass, but I did skip a lot of it. Oh, Ruination is done. That's okay. We're about out of fuel cells anyway. And naturally, as soon as our combiner ran out, we find a base with an active combiner. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
It's on Amazon for $37. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I've already spent way too much money this month. Not even counting all the ridiculous amount that I spent at TFCon. I mean, That goes without saying, but even beyond that, I've already spent too much. We should be doing okay. Over there. There we go. It was on sale. Yeah, you know, you're saying 37 bucks. That is a pretty good price. That was like I really like the Shattered Glass Soundwave that they have, but they wanted like $60 for it. And it's like that's like a Voyager class thing, and I realize that it's you know, kind of exclusive, and yeah, okay, maybe you're doing you got the tapes with it, but even the Netflix one came with 2 tapes, and that was not $60. So it's ridiculous. So anyway, oh, you know what? We've got one more battle we can run, and then we'll be out of fuel cells. We could do a Decepticon battle. Oh, here's our Ripper Snapper. Listen. There you go. You guys were talking about it earlier, and now you got to get a taste of it. Do not regret your birthday splurge last week, Robert. No, you should never regret your any kind of birthday splurge. Those are birthday gifts to yourself, and you deserve it. Send the rock lobster over there to go splash some fools. Galvatron, here's a hint. TJ Omega will be happy if they make a Shattered Glass Thundercracker. Well, he can't have mine. I made a Shattered Glass Thundercracker. That's mine. Oh, Megatron's happy. Alright, so there we go. We actually ran through a whole batch of fuel cells. Bonus Earth Wars content tonight. Let's talk about toys. We've already kind of been talking about toys, but let's actually look at some toys. Well, you guys look, I get to handle. And, you want to know something? I actually made something new. And I forgot to bring it back here. I can go grab it real quick. Let's call this a technical difficulty. Okay, I only did that because I didn't want you guys to see me run out of here. Alright, so, with the new logo, we all know Hoist, right? He's been rocking this nice Wrecker's hammer. But I think he deserves Something a little more suited to him. So, we've got a Hoist hammer with the new logo on it. I actually got a couple of different varieties. I wasn't sure how the logo would look. So there's one option. There's another option. Not too fond of this particular one. This is another one I'm not too crazy about. It just doesn't work out too well. And this one's nice, but some of the detail doesn't work as nice. So this one's probably the better one of doing it. I tried it with, let's see. I tried it green with orange logo inset, but I think the orange hammer works better. I think the orange one works better. The green's nice, but the orange is better. So yeah, so there we go. I don't know if I'm going to be actually putting these up for sale or anything like that, but I wanted to show them to you guys. Maybe next time I'm at a convention, maybe I'll just have these as giveaways or something. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure something out. But yeah, so we got that done. So to go along with it, I mean, that was one of the reasons why I picked that particular logos. I wanted something that I could put on a hammer or some other kinds of things like that. So we'll go ahead and keep him off to the side so we can, you know, keep that there, keep him relevant, I guess. All right, so the stuff that I'm going to be bringing out today, for the most part, I've had for a while. Some of these I got before TFCon. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 of them? Yeah. 3 of them I got right before TFCon. And a couple others I got like right after, and I wasn't done cleaning up and getting things settled since then. So I've had a lot of these things for a while, but I only just now opened them the last couple of days. First up, I think these were the first ones that I got. I did end up going in on the Heroic Nonsense set because it was on sale for 50% off, and they do indeed come with blast effects. So very cool. I'm gonna go ahead and take those off because they take up a lot of space. These are basically a purple version of the Jetfire blast effects. But that's basically just Earthrise Prowl, and this is the Studio Series 86 Ironhide, except he's got a new chest and a new expression. Next up, who else did I get beforehand? Well, the other one I got beforehand is probably the biggest one on here, so I'm going to save him for last. So anyway, who cares what order they were? Since we saw Ironhide, we got to go ahead and show this is actually Studio Series 86 Ratchet. They're basically identical, except he doesn't have a messed up chest and he's white. And he's got a crest on his head instead of a mohawk. But yeah, it's Studio Series 86 Ratchet. Oh, this is one I got in that shipment I got last week. I talked about, I got Nightbird, Masterpiece Nightbird. I got Fans Hobbies Huntsman, aka Stalker, and Transmutate was the one I threw in there because I had a few extra bucks left after my gift code, and I didn't want to leave it hanging out there. Transmutate was there. It was on sale, and I was like, yeah, let's get it, you know. This is the first like legit Transmutate I've got. I have BotCon did one. It was basically just Prime RC in Transmutate colors. That was the only transmutate that I had. But this one is like, they couldn't have picked a better alt mode for transmutate. I mean, the face is just like perfect. I mean, it even opens and oh my gosh, that's scary. But transmutate was always very long and spindly and awkward, and that's exactly what this Paleo Trex mold was. So yeah, so they couldn't have picked a better alt mode. So yeah, I'm happy to see happy to have transmutate. So. Transmutate finally got her alt mode. Yes, indeed. Oh, let's see. Some of you guys might like this one. Nightshade came in. I had to order him from Amazon. So we got Nightshade. You come with a couple of knives. They can hold. Now it doesn't show you in the instructions, but as you can see, the knives can store in their wings. The one thing I'm not particularly crazy about is the wings don't really fold up nicely in bot mode. They do in owl mode. You can fold it nice and compact, but in bot mode, you're kind of stuck having them fully spread. But that's okay. I think I'm going to move these guys out. No, one more. And then I've got to got to clear the table. This next guy I found at Ross, and I figured might as well. It was like $4. G2 core class Megatron from Legacy. So there you go. I kind of wish I got the bigger Megatron that was in the G2 colors. Yeah, I kind of wish I had gotten that. I do happen to have a spare Siege Megatron, so maybe I could always color that one. I'll think about it. All right, so let's get these guys all out of the way. So next one up has got some comparisons you guys might be interested in. So Studio Series, another Studio Series came in. This one is Nightbird from Rise of the Beasts. Pretty cool looking figure. The nice pink paint there, or pinkish purple, if you will. And for comparison, you saw I had a Nightbird already that was in that Buzzworthy Bumblebee 3-pack. So I brought her out for comparison. And I gotta tell you, I mean, they're definitely different. I mean, she doesn't have the little flap along the back. But the transformation between these two of them, very similar. It's very similar. If you figured out how to transform the one, you can pretty well figure out the Studio Series. You can see this one's a little bit taller. The spoiler for Studio Series Nightbird is integrated. It's just part of the vehicle. The sword just stores underneath it, whereas on this Buzzworthy one, the sword and this little claw hook thing combine to be the spoiler for the vehicle. But honestly, I think, with the exception of there being a little bit too much brown/gold on the Buzzworthy Bumblebee one, which can easily be solved with paint. If you got this one, you don't need to get the Studio Series one. It's nearly identical figures, to be honest with you. Meanwhile, since she's here and has the same name, got to show off the OG Masterpiece Nightbird. Alright, so since we've got Nightbird out here and she is Studio Series, let's go ahead and bring out the other Studio Series Terracons, including her boss, her partner in crime, and he's got his flail courtesy of Monkey Prime. and even 2 flavors of these little minion dudes. Freezer and Novocaine. The way you can tell Novocaine is he's actually got a little bit of damage on his head. And it's a little bit of a different color, but I mean, well, which color is he supposed to be? But you can tell by the damage on the head. Freezer's is intact. Novocaine is missing the little slice off of his head. But other than that, they're the same dude. So there's the Rise of the Beast Terrorcons. Super VH says, well, her boss is technically Unicron. Okay, fine. Her first line supervisor, Scourge. Yeah, we'll get a little bit more, little more specific. Her first line direct report supervisor, who everybody refers to as their boss, by the way. Not sure if you're in the workforce yet, but if you're talking about your immediate supervisor, or maybe it's just me, I tend to refer to them as my boss. If I'm talking to somebody who's not in the workforce and I'm just talking generally about it, I'll just say, oh yeah, my boss did this, my boss did that. Or my boss said this, or, you know. So, but if you want to be the actually guy, yes, Unicron is the true boss. Alright, so we gotta clear all these guys out because the next one is a big bot. All 3 Nightbirds fell over. None of them want to stand up because they've all got small feet or thin feet, and they just... So they're all just taking a nap now. Alright, so this last one, this was one that came before TFCon also. And as excited as I was in the flurry of getting everything ready to head off there and go have a great show and sell my stuff, and I did not have time. And as soon as he came in, I said, I can't deal with that now. There's your hint that it is the Studio Series 86 Commander Class Ultra Magnus, who is so tall you cannot even see his head. So there you go. We'll lead him forward a little bit. The interesting thing is his little antenna actually are separate. They come separate, packed separate with all the accessories. Not entirely sure why they did that. Maybe just so it wouldn't break. But the problem is, as you can see here, they tend to pop off a little too easily, in my opinion. And then you can't always get a handle on them. Best way to do it is to turn his head sideways and then just shove it in his ear. I will probably put some glue in there. There we go. Let's lean them forward a little bit. I'll probably put some glue in there at some point, or maybe I'll just deal with it. I mean, they stay fine if you don't knock into them with your big sausage fingers. But this transformation is really actually pretty cool. The only part that I didn't quite figure out on my own was the knees. Going in, he's kind of got double knees, but not like the good way of double knees. What you got to do is, you know, the knees bend at the normal joint, but he's got this extra joint kind of below it that you have to kind of bend, and then bend the original joint back up, and to get it. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but see, now his legs are different heights, and so you kind of got to do that double bend there to get him in, get the legs lined up for the alt mode. And because you got 2 rotating joints there, and they both are ratcheted, not like super strong ratchets, but they are kind of like that soft, you know, soft kind of a ratchet, but it's still is strong enough that it can be a little difficult at times. But that was the only part. I could tell there was something going on with that knee, but I didn't quite figure it out. But everything else was interesting. And you know, maybe it comes off because Galvatron blew him to pieces. Well, I was just going to talk about that. He basically, I did not know he could do this. So, tear him apart? Okay. Well, he has, I forget how you do it. Okay, so if you lift up his arm, he's got basically like Combiner Wars joints for his arms and his legs. You see that? It's basically a Combiner Wars joint. And even on the legs. So you can totally do... It is designed to do this. This is not just popping it off at a ball joint. This is a feature. This one doesn't want to come off. There it goes. I don't want to literally break it when I'm trying to just fake break it. So yes, there you go. It is meant to come apart. They're Combiner Wars joints. It's so crazy. I had no idea that this figure was going to do that. But I saw it in the instructions and I was like, what? And this is the first time I had him completely disassembled. I did take one leg off just to see how it went. It's like, that's wild. But this is the first time I actually had him completely disassembled. But yeah, as you can see there, it's got the little springy part. So it's a Combiner Wars joint. Don't ask me if you can put a Combiner Wars figure on there. I doubt it because it's a little bit different. It's backwards too because the little springy things on the Combiner Wars figures are on the torso, so you would connect the leg into them, and the little posts are on the are on the limbs, so you can't put post to post, so you wouldn't be able to connect any of like the Combiner Wars limbs to the torso. You would only be able to connect like a leg to the leg, or an arm to the leg, or a leg to the arm, or something. That's the best you could do if they even were compatible. So it's not meant to work with Combiner Wars. It's just using the same type of joint. So Hoist is looking at it as like, yeah, I'm not fixing that mess. I didn't even think to bring any Combiner Wars bots out here to even try. Do I happen to have any within reach? No. No. I'm like I said, the way it works out is you wouldn't be able to connect them. Just because, you know, the orientation they have. So yeah, pretty cool little feature. And you guys witnessed history. That is very likely the one and only time this guy will be disassembled intentionally. Because it's cool that, you know, they got that feature in there. But I like my Magnus assembled. go. He is reassembled. Oh, one more thing about Ultra Magnus. His chest opens just the way it does in the movie. First the little blue part flips up and then the other parts open. And there is the Matrix. I have not had this out yet, but I do believe the Matrix comes out. Yep. So he can carry the. He's got the Matrix there in his chest like he's supposed to be. You know, I'm not sure if he can. If he's able to hold it. Speaking of sausage fingers, Magnus has those sausage fingers. That's why he couldn't get his fingers into the holes to open it. Because see, that was how Rodimus got it open, is he put his fingers in the holes. Did you notice that in the movie? Magnus, when he was trying to open it, he didn't get it in there. So I don't think he can, he's, you know, he can't really get his hands together. See, this Ultra Magnus wouldn't be able to open it either. He can't even reach it. Now, if you were to untab these little locks here, because his arms, you know, extend out like crazy, so he's got these little locks. That does kind of give him a bit of a butterfly. Very difficult to do this far away. I thought I had it. Guess not. Yeah, okay, I give up. It's not happening. I got it close. But, yeah. He was not designed to hold the Matrix and fail to open it. Given more time and effort, then, maybe I could figure it out, but that's more work than I'm willing to go into on the stream. Oh yeah, speaking of Hot Rod, they're buddies. Anybody else? I don't think I have anybody else from that studio series. Like, that survived. I mean, you got Ratchet, but he didn't survive. These guys are in the process of dying. So. Quitter. Yeah. Alright. Let's bring Nightshade back out here. I want to show you their alt mode. Their transformation is pretty cool. You know, you start off, you flip the head. And basically, the arms fold forward at the shoulder. And you kind of bring them together so that they meet evenly. They're in the front, and then you can kind of see they tab together here. And then the waist kind of rotates to the back a little bit. Rotate the legs out, fold up the heel spur, point the toe, and you're going to want to, fold it in on itself and then rotate it up towards the back, where it's got a little tab. It plugs into the shoulder up here. If you can get it lined up just right. Okay. Get the arms tabbed back together, and then they go back, and these little tabs here on the feet, there are little notches in there that they kind of rest in. I wouldn't say that they tab, but it kind of rests in there. It does secure a little bit. And there you go. There is Nightshade in their owl form. And this is a little loose, so it doesn't like to stay closed, but if it's all the way out, it will actually sit pretty nicely there. And in the alt mode, you can actually fold the wings down like they're perched on something. Really nice, very unique transformer. And so, I mean, even if you're not a big fan of the Earthrise show, and in particular the choice they made for this particular robot's pronouns, whatever, no matter what you think about that whole situation, it's a cool toy. And you don't see too many of them out there. I mean, there's hundreds of cars, and there's only so many ways you can do a car. Never seen an owl before, and there's an owl for you. So, and like I said, the instructions don't show it, but you can put the knives in the, the instructions do show the knives placed there in the wings. It just doesn't have a step to tell you to put them there, I guess is the way to say it. It doesn't tell you to put them there, but it does show them. I figured there had to be a way to store them. But yeah, it's nice color and everything too. And I forgot to bring Twitch back here, but I still happen to have Jawbreaker. Yeah, see, like I said, that one post on their feet just it likes to fold in, so it doesn't really sit nicely. It'll kind of sit kind of crooked like that. Yeah, the other side too. So there we go. There's a couple of Maltobots. Yep. Good times. Oh, another thing about Ultra Magnus before we get out of here, he does come with some blast effects, like these are like the Omega Supreme blast effects. There's really like two types of blast effects. You got the Omega Supreme version, and you got the Jetfire version. They're called that because those are the bots that they showed up on first. Like the big groups of blast effects. Pretty sure there's the combat bots came with the smaller ones, but these big groups of blast effects, you got the Omega Supreme style and you got the Jetfire style. They've come with many different bots, many different sets over the years, but these first showed up with Omega Supreme. These first showed up with Siege Jetfire. So that's why I call them that. And that's why you'll probably hear a lot of other people calling that too. Yeah, but like I said, you do get that, you know, like bursts like this or little flames like this. These are from that shattered glass Rodimus. So you do have some, you know, smaller ones that are a little bit unique. The big groups, Jetfire and Omega. Alright, so let's see what you guys are saying over here. Green swoop, yep. Should make a combiner using Springer, RC Cup, Sandstorm, and Ultra Magnus. That would be crazy. I think more people would have a problem with that than they have with the Dinobot combiner. See if there's anything else you said. Autobot Phil said that Ultra Magnus is easily one of my favorite figures. Yeah, and I mean he deserves all the hype that he got. Let's see. Good show till next time. Thanks for coming, Mr. Steeler. Yeah, you know what? It is getting to be that time of night. We covered a lot of stuff. You know, covered the news. We got a new logo. In fact, we'll go take another look at that for everybody, and you will see this start making its way through the social medias now. We've got a hammer with the logo on it. I got a merch store over there. Link is in the description. It's also there. So yeah, however you want to, or I don't know. Anyway, so if you're interested in merch, it's there. It's available for you now. Channel members, check the community tab. There's a code for you to save 10%. And beyond that, I think that's going to do it. And how do I sign off again? I mentioned it always. Keep rolling, my friends. See you next time.